Good morning. Merry Christmas. Last Sunday before the day. Last day to light all our candles. This got turned, so I'm lighting them out of order. We've got hope and peace and joy. And the final, love. And sometimes love is hard to light. One of my favorite Christmas stories is Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol. And not just in film. I love the book. And the book is a little different than most of the movies, but you get the general gist. And the theme of A Christmas Carol is a theme that comes up in movies and books and TV shows from time to time, but quite a bit during this time of year, because we find it funny that nobody gets it because we don't get it, and yet we know that it's true. And the theme is, it's not about you, you selfish, self-centered jerk. It's about caring about other people. It's about compassion. And then we look at that and we say, that's the meaning of Christmas. And I don't know how many shows and stories and songs will talk about how caring for someone else is the meaning of Christmas. And it's a good thing, but it's not the meaning of Christmas. It's a byproduct. It's a byproduct, but it's not the meaning. And so sometimes we try to combat that selfish, self-centered view of things, and we say, no, wait, Jesus is the reason for the season. One of my very favorite Christmas songs is Striper doing He is the Reason for the Season. I like that song. I like that saying. And if you've heard me at all, ever, you know I am totally about Jesus said, deny self and follow me. Selfishness and self-centeredness and that whole aspect of focusing on ourselves instead of Him is what gets us in every single mess that we've ever been in, pretty much. Okay, maybe not everyone, but most of them. So I want to be careful about how I say that. It's a little bit difficult for me right now because my brain's not working real well because I'm running on no sleep and high pain. But at the risk of turning our eyes the wrong way, I think David Meese was closer. See, Jesus isn't the reason for the season. We remember what He did, but you are the reason. I am the reason. We are the reason. Jesus didn't come for Himself. Jesus came for you. Jesus came for me. Jesus came for every person who has ever lived, who is living now, and ever will live. He did it so we could have hope, so we could have peace with God, so we could have joy, so that we could have life. Life worth living, life abundant enough to give away, so that we could have relationship with our Creator. He did it out of love for us. We definitely don't need to be selfish and self-centered. But I don't think it would be a bad thing if for the remainder of this little Christmas season, which is either 5 days or 17, depending on how you do it, because, some people count what will be Friday as day 1 of 12 days. I like to do that just because I like to keep the party going. Surprise, surprise. But if during the rest of this season, however long it is for you, and in the upcoming new year and all the days to come, if we can get this understanding, even just a glimpse of it, of God loved me enough to change the focal point of history so that I could have life. That's pretty awesome. We are the reason that he came. We are the reason that he gave his life. It's all about you. How wild is that? It really is. But not so that you can be all you can be, but so that you can have relationship with the one that can make you all that you were intended to be, so that you could have a life that doesn't end, a life that's worth living, and you can bring life to others as you point them to the cross. So please hear me when I say, I'm not saying Jesus isn't the focal point, because if he doesn't come, we don't have Christmas. If he doesn't come, we don't have Easter. If he doesn't come, we don't have life. And the purpose of us having life is so we can have relationship with him, which does turn the season back on to him. But it's not, don't think about yourself at all. You are significant. You are precious. You are of value. You are the reason that the creator of everything moved heaven and earth and wrapped himself in flesh so that he could die, so that you wouldn't have to. And if God loves you that much, then he also loves that other person, whoever that other person is, that much. So treat yourself like you are loved and special and valued to God, because he went beyond standing in line for a few hours on Black Friday to give you a gift. You are amazing to him. And when that rude person blocks your way into the parking lot, or steals the last cart, or steps on your toe in line, or whatever, as they push and shove and get crazy so that they can give, remember that God loves them too. And let's ask him to give us that same love that he had. But be careful when you ask for it. Because we like to say, oh, I want to love like Jesus did. But it costs to love like Jesus did. Because you have to lay down your life and make it not about you. The ironic twist, it's all about you so that it can't be about you. But it is about love. And that's why we have hope, because he loved us that much. And that's why we have peace, because he loves us that much. And that's why we have joy no matter what craziness and chaos is going on, because he loves us that much. And that's why we can love, because he created us to love. He created us to recognize love. He created us to respond to love. And then he gave himself so that he could live within us, so that he could love through us, so that we could learn to love.